Hey guys, welcome to Lucas Live News. I'm your host, Danny Williams, and I know it looks a little lonesome over here without my co-host, but Lucas is out handling business to take care of us here at Lucas Live News. And we are going to handle business tonight on Lucas Live News. We have a special guest in the building, Mr. Thomas West. I'm super excited to get in and talk with him and talk with you guys because Thomas West is a longtime friend now. So I'm so excited to kind of hear what's been up with him and see what's new and old and all those nice and fun things. So I'm excited to be here with you guys tonight. Again, without my co-host, it kind of feels a little weird. We don't got no music in the background. We don't got Lucas's big voice just echoing off all the walls. But I promise you guys, I'm going to hold it down. I'm going to hold it down well, okay? So make sure you guys like this video, share it, tag someone, tell them that they got Thomas West in the building. They've been talking about some really cool things they have going on down at the Urban League. Just some fun things we did over the weekend with Mr. Steve Beatty. So guys, make sure you guys are sharing, liking, tagging your friend, tagging a family member, and let them know that we are live now and ready to go, okay? So it wouldn't be a news show if we didn't break down some of the really cool things that have been going on here in the city of Canton. So I'm excited to bring you guys some of those things, but I kind of want to wait for everybody to hop in. So hop on in, guys. Hit those hearts, share the live, and let's get into it. Guys, there is a really cool organization out there right now called My Sister's Oil. And if you haven't heard about it, I need you guys to log off if you can and go and look and see what they got going on. So My Sister's Oil is an organization that has a fundraiser coming up. And what they're doing is they're giving back to our children and some of the women around Canton, Ohio. And we really love what they're doing, okay? So down at 19th hole next week, Wednesday, the 21st, they are having their first fundraiser. You guys, this weekend, we actually got to go down to 19th hole and meet the owner, Tim Gillums. He was an amazing, amazing guy. So they will be there on the 21st at 6 p.m. They will also be heading down on Friday, February 24th, to special occasions with Dar and Henry Zachary. They'll be having raffles, 50-50, prize drawings, all kinds of fun stuff. So y'all make sure you guys go down there and support My Sister's Oil because I think that it is something that the city, we should be supporting. We should be pouring into others and supporting organizations that pour into our community. So I'm all for that. I love it. I love it. I love it. Next up, we have Joy Life Talents. So Joy is one of our podcast hosts. She does sister chats with her sister on here at Lucas Live Media. Their shows drop every Monday. So if you have not checked them out, go and check them out. You can stream them on Lucas Live Media on YouTube, or you can listen to them live on all podcast platforms, okay? So Joy Ellis, she is a vocal coach, okay? And since COVID, she's been doing some virtual trainings and coachings. But now, you guys, she is open for business. She is accepting new clients, in-person clients, accepting in-person clients. So that's super exciting. So, guys, if you don't know about Joy Life, I should have a flyer here popping up soon. There we go. Joy Life, you can follow her at Joy Life TDG, and you can book with her for your in-person vocal and acting coaching. So if you're into singing, if you're into acting, you guys got to get with Miss Joy Ellis because she is your go-to girl. Listen, there's all kinds of talent here around the city, and I was so excited earlier. I was just driving in my car. I don't even know which news or radio station I was listening to, but I heard a familiar name, and his name was Davy Thompson. Now, it's significant to me because my oldest son plays basketball with Davy's youngest brother. They've been playing AAU and school ball. And so this morning I heard Ohio Floor Company, they've been doing Athlete of the Week. And this week was all about Davy. And I thought it was so cool because I know him off the court. I see his demeanor. I see how he is. And to hear what the coaches said about him really just kind of like, touched a little soft spot, in your heart. So the coaching staff had said that Davy is an extension of them on the basketball court. And if you don't know, Mr. Sean Weatherspoon is the coach over at McKinley. He took home some championships. So for them to say that about Davy Thompson, I think is really big. He says that if it wasn't for them, they wouldn't be as successful as they are. And he just is a hard worker, right? So Davy Thompson, shout out to you. Shout out to Canton McKinley. Shout out to Sean Weatherspoon, head coach of the boys basketball team. And shout out to Davy Thompson. We're all so proud of you. I was so excited to hear your name on the radio station, and I wanted to give you a little shout out here on Lucas Live News. Speaking of athletes and trainings and being your best self, Mr. Sean Strong, look, I got Weatherspoon and Sean Strong and all these Seans. He has his famous vendor fair and fitness expo coming up. Guys, the health and wellness and vendor fair, that was that first flyer that popped up. It's happening April 20th, 2024, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. down at the Canton Civic Center. Okay, so what to expect, right? There are going to be healthcare resources, behavior health resources, healthy food, education, and demonstrations, free wellness checks and screening, raffle prizes, free giveaways, fitness demonstrations, free haircuts, kids fit. So much, guys. So all you have to do is scan that code or contact Mark Bixby at 330-265-3787. You guys, make sure you are there at this vendor fair, health and wellness, and getting healthier for the 2024 year, okay? Then he has his fitness expo, right? This is like the master experience. Look at this. They just look like they're about to if I might cry. I don't know if I think I'm going to go and just get footage. I don't know if I should go and work out. I don't know. Let me know, y'all, because I don't know. But Mr. Sean Strong, he is a certified extreme hip-hop instructor and founder of Strong Family Wellness. He is a great, great, great dude, you guys. So the Hall of Fame City, we set the city on fire, Master Experience 2024. They have Dante D.G. Garrett. He is an extreme hip-hop OG master trainer. And then they have special guest Phil Weldon, creator and founder of Extreme Hip Hop. So listen, you guys, I don't know if you have gotten a chance to go to one of these events, but they are packed wall to wall. People are in there dancing and working their butts off. And I couldn't believe that Mr. Sean Strong puts on such big events. So I need the entire city of Canton to go see what one of our fellow Cantonians is doing here in the great city of Canton, Ohio. This also is April 20th. Doors open at 10 a.m. And they said the beat drops at 1 p.m. So get in there, get ready, and have some fun, y'all. So this weekend, the Lucas Live media team got to go out to Steve Beatty's Pop Secret launch. He has, hold on. I got some here, right? So he had a meet and greet, a launch this weekend, and there were some really, really amazing people in the building. And myself and my team were able to interview some of these people, talk to them, get to know them, hear their stance about what Steve Beatty is doing and what they're doing in the community. And it was just an amazing experience. I had a ball. I seen my good friend Tom West there. He bought a big old box of Mr. Steve Beatty's seasonings, and I'm sure he hooked whatever he made this weekend up with them seasonings, you guys. So let's get into some of the interviews that we got from Steve Beatty's Pop Secret launch. And before I go from here to the couch, I want to say congratulations to Mr. Steve Beatty, and we all wish you the best of luck and success for your future endeavors. So here is some of the interviews we got from this weekend.
All right, here we are, Lucas Tyndale here with the Lucas Live News Special. We're here at Steve Beatty's Pop Secret launch, and I'm here with my good longtime friend, DeJuan Lightfoot, all the way from where? Where are you living now, my man? Virginia, all the way from Virginia. Talk to me about why you came all the way here to support Steve.
Yeah, man, I came to support Steve because on this journey of life, right, you got a few people that pour into your cup.
Yeah.
Steve is one of the people that always pour into my cup. So when he said, yo, I want you to come support, I'm here. Say less.
I'm here live with Coach Antonio Hall, coach of Camp McKinley Bulldogs football team, and a great friend of mine. If you're here for Steve Beatty, why did you have to come out tonight?
Man, how can you not?
Yeah.
How can you not? I mean, we were talking earlier, just all the success that those mid to late 90s guys have, girls have, that whole class. Steve doing it. He's a national name, about to become an international name.
Yes.
Canton, Ohio. How can you not support?
This is all great. I'm here for Steve. This is my dude. This is my guy, my brother. Love him, love him, love him dearly. So proud of him. I mean, I can't say anything.
As you're here, now we've known this guy forever. What do you think of somebody coming all the way home to launch something like this?
Well, first of all, it's an honor and a privilege to be here to celebrate this with him. But it lets people know in our community that you can get there from here. That it's something powerful with coming back home. It reminds me of scripture when it reminds us, don't forget about the old landmarks. Don't forget where we come from and what we've been able to accomplish.
Looking back at those clips really just do something to me because here at Lucas Live News and Lucas Live Media, like my role is more than just a host. I'm a creative director. So when I get in the editing mode and I'm watching and I'm listening back to what some of those people were saying about Steve Beatty and about our community, it's really impactful, and I really love what everyone said. So again, shout out to Steve Beatty, shout out to everyone we got a chance to talk to, and again, congratulations. So we are here on the couch with my friend, Mr. Thomas West. How are you?
I am doing wonderful.
Good. Thank you so much for being here.
I'm excited. I am in the studio.
Yeah.
This is exciting.
Yeah,
to me.
yeah.
And it's exciting to see the work that you're doing.
Thank you so much. Listen, I was telling everybody, you know, I consider us friends now.
Yes,
We
yes.
put some work in.
A lot of work.
Yeah, that past summer, and I mean, we did some pretty amazing things. We had some pretty amazing conversations,
Yeah.
and now I'm curious, what's up with Mr. Tom West now?
Well, you know, I'm the president and CEO of the Greater Stark County Urban League.
Congratulations.
An organization that is not only a national organization, but it's also 103 years old.
Wow.
So it's a significant organization that a lot of the individuals that live in this community have come through the Urban League.
Yeah.
The Urban League has always been that place. If you needed direction, whether it was for employment or whether it's for activities, education, GED, all of those types of things, you would go to the Urban League for some direction, and that's the place that it's been, and that's the place it is today.
Yeah, I remember as a kid the Urban League being down at the Southeast Community Center.
Exactly.
And my godmom, she worked for the Secretary of State now, but that's where she got her start, was working at the Urban League. Her name was Monique Moore.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I'm sure you know her. So
I know
that's my
Monique well.
godmother. She's done so much for me, took me in when I needed her to, but that's where she got her start at, was the Urban League. And since then, I feel like it has been a really strong part of our community, but I do feel like it's something that is kind of not recognized as much as it should be for the young people and people in our community looking for jobs, looking for help, like you say.
Exactly.
So can you elaborate a little more? So if anyone out there right now does not know about the Urban League, what kinds of things can you go to the Urban League to get? What kind of resources can we
the
get?
Urban League has always been founded on five pillars, right? Employment, education, housing, health, and workforce development.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So when you look at that, social justice, that when you look at those five pillars, it encompasses a lot within our community, right?
Yeah.
So when I went to the Urban League, I was looking for work.
Okay.
When I left Mount Union and was looking for my next direction,
Okay.
I went to the Urban League and they gave me direction. You know, when you look at people like Diane Stevens Robinson, who was the former CEO, who actually laid a strong foundation for me to build on.
Okay.
She not only came up in the Urban League, but she also went to the Urban League for employment. So right now, one of the biggest pillars that we have is our workforce development.
Yeah.
And we have a program called the Navigator Program.
Yes.
And our navigators, we have about 8 navigators right now to literally help people not just get to work, but through work. And what do I mean by that? A lot of individuals that get a job A lot of them can't keep a job because of, all heck breaks loose.
Yeah.
Right? Your babysitter quit. You no longer have transportation. Something happened. Well, our navigators are able to help you provide those wraparound services to help you not only get to it, but through it.
Yeah.
And to deal with some of those challenging situations like childcare and some of those social determinants of work.
Okay.
So that program has been, right now, it's being funded at the state level and our local level.
Yeah.
This year, so far, we already got 120 people jobs.
Wow. And look, you just took this on, too.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And so the Navigator program, how many did you start out with before you got there? Because I know you've been putting some work in.
2 navigators when we got there, and now we are at a total of 10 staff collectively, and we got 2 more to go.
Wow.
And I will tell you that everyone down there at the Urban League is mission focused and trying to help our community grow.
Yes.
And that was just in terms of workforce development. We're also working in the housing arena by helping people come and become homeowners versus renting.
Right.
And a lot of people out there that may pay $800, $1,000 rent could literally own their own home.
They can.
And a lot of them don't think they can because they've always had challenges or they don't know.
Right.
Well, our goal is to help them figure that out.
That's awesome.
Navigate that process to home ownership.
Okay.
So we're bringing in banks and letting them train people, letting them get people connected to a mortgage.
Right.
So that's exciting.
That is exciting. We have a podcast here called The Reality of Real Estate.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And they dig into all the ins and outs, and they make it, they visualize, I can't find the word I'm looking for, but listening to their podcast has made me realize that it's easier to get a home than everyone thinks, even when it comes to credit, because all those things are tied in. When it comes to credit, I know I was one of those people that would say, my credit's not bad, or my credit is bad, don't even worry about it, I can't do it, I'm not eligible. But listening to their podcast and talking to them, everyone can become eligible to buy a home. So even if you're not in the position you want to be right now, it doesn't mean that even in a month, you can get there in a month. You can get there. And some people don't know that you can qualify. You may think you can't qualify, but you can even in that moment.
You have to go, you have to try.
Love that. So when people come down there and they express, their needs and things that they, whatever's going on, what is the process? What does it look like? I'm coming down there and I'm like, hey, I need a job. What's the process like?
Let me tell you, first of all, you come in, you're going to meet one of our receptionists that are there, and they are there to help people with, free diapers. We have a diaper bank there, or they may come down for a food voucher or something that they need.
Yeah.
And then our front desk, they will ask them, hey, are you looking for work? Are you trying to connect them to whatever resources that we have? It's time to build people up instead of tearing people down, right?
Yeah.
People in the world of social media right now, you put something on and you see all these negative comments that come your way. The reality is that this is not the time to do that. This is the time to build people up during this time and space, and try to get people to elevate. You talked about Steve earlier.
Yeah.
We are all, just this close to making it big.
Yeah.
Right? So I say let's support each other and build each other up. And your Urban League is there to do that, right?
We love that.
Yeah.
We love that so much. I had the men from Walking with the Purpose on here last week, and they made a really valid point about competition within our community. And he had said something along the lines of, if we're all out here, trying to help each other or help our children or help our people, we don't have to compete. We can collaborate. And that's what it sounds like that you want us to do. And you know what?
I do.
I do want to. Our city, I feel like, has been doing a really good job at that. We have been showing up and supporting each other, community events, whatever we have going on. Our leaders have been showing up and supporting what our city is doing. And I love that for us. It is very exciting. So listen, what we have on here on the screen is a black and white ball, and we have some pretty amazing people down here at the bottom. Let's go through and talk about your MCs and your speakers and your workforce development, man. Let's talk about these people. Jeff Delfer.
Well, let me first talk about the black and white ball.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Black and White Ball is our annual fundraising event.
Okay.
And it is, again, exactly what it says, the black and white.
All right.
You're wearing a black and white attire.
Yes.
And it's really literally bringing black and white together in unity, in the spirit of unity, right? And it's our again, our signature event of the year. It's held at the Doubletree
Yes.
in downtown Canton.
Yeah.
And we have a spectacular MC and our chairman this year, who is the Jeff Daffler, who is the new president and CEO of the Canton Regional Chamber of Commerce.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so he's he's been in our community for a long period of time in a lot of different spaces and been at the chamber, and now he is the CEO.
All right.
So we have him actually as our chairman of our event, but also he is our master of ceremony for the event. So we're excited to have him on our team.
Sweet.
The theme is moving from poverty to power.
Love that.
Just like we talked about with housing.
Yes.
It's the same thing. How do we move individuals from poverty to power, to where they actually have resources to do what they want, right?
Yeah.
And we're bringing in some big guns. We have the Vice President of Strategic Outreach for the United States Chamber of Commerce coming, and Rick Wade. His name is Rick Wade. Rick is going to bring the message.
Yeah.
He's going to be powerful.
Yeah.
So we got the local Chamber of Commerce and the United States Chamber of Commerce coming together collectively around this issue of poverty to power.
Yeah.
And more specifically to address workforce development and strategic alliances.
I love that.
And outreach, right?
Yeah. If y'all didn't know, if whatever Tom West does, he does it humongous. I can't say big.
Yeah.
He does it huge. Okay. So this is no surprise to me that you brought these big guns
Well,
in.
the other piece is we have to be able to make those connections.
Yeah.
From the state level and from the federal level to be able to channel dollars down to our community.
Yeah.
And you can't do it if you don't have those connections.
Right.
We also have Jeff Johnson, who is with the Office of Workforce Development at the Ohio Department of Job and Family Services at the state. He and his crew at the state has funded the Navigator program.
Yes.
And he's going to bring he's going to come and make words, obviously. And we're excited to have him.
That's
Again, as we
awesome.
make those connections here locally, the people that will be at that black and white ball is the people you need to connect with. Okay?
Yeah.
So I tell people, it's not just going to be fun. We got Rob Johnson and his band that's going to be playing the music.
Oh, awesome.
Exciting to have him. And everybody know Rob. He is a bad boy.
Right.
And so we're going to have some dancing going on. I might even break dance. I'm just saying.
He might spin
I
around
might
and do a
break
little.
dance. I break every dance
All
I
right,
do.
well, listen, Lucas Live News will be in the building, so if we happen to catch that on camera, I'll make sure everyone at home
Well,
will
I
get
did
to
say
watch
I
that.
break every dance I do, so that's break
He
dancing.
said he breaks every dance he does. Oh, no. Well, we'll see then. We'll have to keep you safe.
We're excited.
Listen, as you talked about this, I thought back on when I was with you during the political times, and I am I'm taken back because you haven't given up your vision for our
never.
city, for our community.
Right.
Just because things didn't go in our favor, you still are trying to make the vision a reality.
Exactly.
And I love that for our community and for you and for everyone involved, because that's important. Just because we didn't execute what we wanted to do, we still care for our community and we still want.
Exactly. And you're doing your thing.
Thank you.
And that's still part of that vision.
Yeah.
Right? All the team members are out there doing their thing. And we don't stop because you didn't win an election.
Yep.
It's all about service to our community.
Yeah.
And, that's what I get to do at the
Yeah.
Urban League. I get the
I love
distinct
that.
pleasure of kicking poverty's butt.
Yep.
And at the same time, I'm working with the mayor, Billy Shear, who won.
Love it.
And he's actually, the city is a sponsor of this event. We have some great sponsors,
Good.
Huntington, the Strengthening Stark, and the Stark Economic Development Board. Those are major sponsors. Chris Goff, who, CSE, Credit Union, all of these different organizations are supporting this event, sponsoring this event because it's a major investment in people.
Yes.
In our community. And that's what the Urban League is about. And we'll continue to do it.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, though, and this is for anyone out there that speaks Spanish. we have right now going on down at the Urban League. If you're a Spanish-speaking individual that needs to learn English to eliminate barriers, we are holding classes down at the Urban League for those individuals to eliminate that barrier. But contrast to that, we also teaching English individuals who want to learn Spanish.
Wow.
And that's happening right now at your Urban League. So call down there if you are interested in getting involved in that or learning. We have that. And
that is awesome.
Sarita Watkins came on board, and she's not only doing that, but she's also tutoring. So if there's individual out there, family members that you know that are struggling with reading or math, she's hosting tutoring from first to sixth grade.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Awesome. Listen, I love all of that. I might have to come and learn some Spanish.
know.
I've been saying, you know how you kind of say it
Hola,
with you.
¿cómo está? Come on.
See, I know the basics. That's the basics. The basics. My son got in the car one day. He said, "Hey, Madre." He said, "We're learning Spanish at home." I was
nice.
like, "Or at school." So that's awesome, Reem. He's like, "Can you call my Padre?" So cute. Love that. I love that.
That's good. Good stuff.
I love that you are going to be Spanish to English because that is a barrier. And I know working in school systems, and my son, he went to one of the Head Starts, Maslin Head Starts, and they had some issues just with some parents that couldn't understand. So I love that we can be of support to those people.
Oh, definitely. Well, and they're growing in our community. So
they are. They
in their
are.
population,
So
we need to work together.
yes, we do. I love that. When you came in, you were talking about my childhood neighborhood, the southeast side of Canton. That is where I'm from. I grew up on 3rd Street Southeast.
Yeah.
I went to Belden Elementary. And I won't take it away. I want you to take it away.
No, go ahead.
What are you doing for that side of the city? When you came in and told us a little bit, I was so excited, and so I want to know a little bit.
I'm excited because of all the attention that's coming on the Southeast. And if you really look at it, you know, the Urban League has been in the Southeast for many years.
Yes.
Matter of fact, all of its years.
Yes.
And where it's located currently, it's perfectly positioned for where we're going next.
Okay.
Obviously, everyone knows the story about urban renewal and how it really decimated the Southeast, meaning that they built the highway and it cut off the Southeast to the rest of Canton.
Yeah.
So my first week, actually, first or second week of the job, I got a call from Rebecca Kuzma and said, "Hey, you need a letter of support for this grant we're going for." The grant was called Reconnecting Canton.
Wow.
Recompete grant. It was Reconnecting Canton. And I thought that was a powerful statement.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's reconnecting Canton. So literally reconnecting the Southeast to the rest of Canton.
Yeah.
Currently on the Southeast side, we don't have any grocery stores. We don't have no gas stations, no laundromats, no commerce, very little of anything.
Yep.
But we do have a lot of families that are living in, you know, low-income housing or subsidized housing. And we need to make certain that we provide commerce to those individuals as well and connect them to the rest of the world.
Yeah.
But right now, this grant, we applied for it and we got $500,000 planning grant. Didn't come through the Urban League. It came through Stark Development Board
Okay.
and Strengthening Stark,
Okay.
who is the lead on this grant. And I will tell you, we're a part of this grant. And we formed a steering committee made up of a lot of agencies that are within the Southeast and beyond, and people that have sewed into the Southeast.
Yes.
And we are charged to do the equity portion of it, make certain that everything we do in this next phase of the grant is going to be equitable.
Okay.
So the grant, the $500,000 planning grant, is to go for $20 million
Wow.
to really invest in the southeast side of Canton.
Okay.
So that's what's the great news.
Yes.
And then we got other news that Stark Metropolitan Housing Authority also got a recompete grant for $500,000. You got to have them on to talk about it, okay?
Yeah. Wow.
And their planning grant, and we're going to be a part of that as well, theirs is more in the area of housing.
Okay.
Where ours is more in area of systems, workforce development, economic development, etc.
Yes.
And uniquely enough, in 2 years, they have to apply for an opportunity for $50 million. Both of these grants are focused on the southeast side of town, which could be a
Wow.
game changer.
Yes, it could.
For the southeast.
That's
so
awesome.
I'm excited about the opportunity to be a part of it, but even more so of utilizing our pillars
Yes.
and being able to push forth this grant in a meaningful and impactful way.
That's so awesome. I know. I that's just amazing. I grew up on that side of town.
Yeah.
And then I moved back there when my son, he's 5 now, and he was about 2, in the same home that I grew up in.
Yeah.
So I moved back there, and I
wow.
just I know. I remember. I mean, going. Once I was at home, I wanted to just be at home because there's not like Dollar General was the only thing in that neighborhood for me to go to as far as convenience, right? But as I drove through, we're pretty big dreamers, big thinkers, and as I drove through, I wished I could just put a gas station here or a store here or something here. I wish I could do it. So I'm excited to see this flourish into what you guys are planning. Speaking of planning, when we talking about planning for the Southeast Community Center, the southeast side of Canton, what can we expect? Are we talking about what we're going to be putting there yet? Any kind of grocery stores, gas stations? What are we thinking? What are we?
Well, again, the sky is the limit, and that's why we're going to engage the community in a large way.
Love it.
Hear the feedback. We've already had some focus groups meetings on the Southeast, and we're asking people, what do they need?
Yeah.
What do they need? So a lot of people said, we need a laundromat. We need, access to banking.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You need all of those. You need daycare.
Yeah.
So you talk about workforce development. It's hard to get a job if you don't have childcare.
You're right.
So you literally got to have those things in play.
Yeah.
And, we're learning a lot of what individuals' needs are. But the other piece of it is also identifying those individuals, those real individuals that want to create a store, that want to create a laundromat, and partnering with them and helping them to develop themselves, right? So we're excited about all of the opportunities that are coming our way.
So you guys are holding meetings and talking to some of the residents over in the southeast side.
Yes.
If someone is over on that side and they have missed out, how can you tell us how we can be notified about those meetings?
Yes. So when we do the big focus group meetings or we're doing the steering committees, we're going to actually build out teams of individuals, okay?
Okay.
Focusing on different sectors of what is needed in that community. So if you're interested in something like that, by all means, give us a call at the Urban League, and then we'll write your name down and then get back with you. Usually it's through email and email chains, if you will. I think that's the way of the world now. Then we can get going from there.
That's
but serious individuals that want to make change, not just disrupt stuff, but really are looking at being intentional about that southeast area and building it up again versus tearing it down.
Yeah, we love that. I love that. I'm so excited for that. Like I said, that's where I'm from. So to see it grow and that's going to be amazing. I can't wait to see it happen. All right. So back to the ball. How can someone, are tickets still being sold?
Yes. So if you're interested in a ticket, you can either go on our website or online.
Okay.
There's the obviously the QR code, or you can click on and purchase tickets.
Yeah, and that's StarkCountyUrbanLeague.com?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right.
Greater Stark County UL.
Okay.
Is our website.
So you guys know, put that in the chat.
If you're on Facebook, you can go to Greater Stark County UL, and then you will see all this information. If you are online, go to Greater Stark County, www.greaterstarkcountyurbanleague.com.
So this is something that happens every year. This is your fundraiser. Yeah. Now that you are president and CEO of the Urban League, what can we look for as far as events to getting our community involved like this?
There's a lot of events going on.
Okay.
Well, before I go there, we are going to name 2 awards that at this event. And I can't give it out right now. I would love to, but I can't because it's actually going to be very private to the individuals. But we're going to be giving out 2 special awards. I really want you guys to be there and see this.
Yes, we'll be there.
Because it is... I think everyone will be pleased. Let me just put it that way.
We're excited now. It's like a little surprise.
But you asked me about events coming up.
Yeah.
We have an event in Obviously, this event is February 24th, 24.
Yes.
And then the next event that we're going to be hosting is in March, and it's a fatherhood.
Okay.
March 27th. We have, not a fatherhood initiative, but it's March 27th. We are hosting at the Palace Theater. It's called We the Parents.
Okay.
Okay. And it's really focusing on the discussion of parenting
Okay.
and having both parents involved in their child's life. No matter what happens in your relationships,
Right.
kids need both the connection of both parents.
Yes.
So there is a movie that we're going to be showing at the Palace Theater, free of charge to the whole community, to come out and watch this documentary. It's about an hour.
Okay.
And then we'll have a panel discussion of experts from around the state.
Yeah.
The person that put on the movie will actually be there.
Okay.
And Elizabeth McNeese, who actually produced this video or this movie. Mm-hmm. I'm actually in the movie, believe it or not.
You're in the
yes,
movie?
I know. Can you believe that?
Oh, we got a
I'm
movie star on the
right
scene
here,
too.
right?
What?
So no, but it's going to be a good event because we're bringing in family court, we're bringing in some of the local experts, and we're going to have a panel discussion, and then we're going to open it up for discussion.
Okay.
And allow people to come in like the Montel Williams or the
right.
Oprah kind of thing
And ask
really
questions.
allow the community to talk about this very serious issue.
Yeah.
We can't talk about improving societal ills
Yeah.
if we're not willing to talk about
Yeah.
building up our families
Yes.
or
Starting in the
addressing the
homes.
issues
Yeah.
of what's best interest of your child.
Yeah.
So I think that this is a way to do that. And that's going to be on March 27th. And it's going to be in the evening from 7 to 9
Okay.
to give people a chance to get off work and to really be intentional
Yeah.
about allowing them to come in and speak to this issue.
Okay, we're gonna have to promote that on the show because that's really impactful. I really love that you guys are doing that.
Thank you.
And like I said, it starts at home. I work with children. I'm around children all day, every day, and I just know the way that we are as a society out in the community. It starts at home.
It does.
I mean, that's who we are. When we go home, we are who we are fully. So, and when it comes to parents, I always say, when I had my son, there wasn't a rule book. There wasn't something that said this is how you're supposed to do it.
By the way, I'm just saying that's my boy.
Thank you. I'll bring him on towards the end. Yes, thank you. He is great. Today he took his janitor, Mr. Bob, some cookies. He had been talking for about 2 or 3 months about getting Mr. Bob some cookies. So last night we finally made some. I put it in a bag and wrote his, wrote the name on there and sent him off with it. And as small as it may sound, that was something that I may have asked my mom or dad to do when I was a kid, and it just didn't happen. So I just want to make sure I'm intentional with this one. And some I go a little overboard. He had pictures today. I just bought basketball pictures 2 weeks ago, but I did it again because I'm like, I want all the pictures. I want everything. And just I love my parents. I love them. They did their best.
Amazing, yeah.
But I want to surpass that and give my baby everything that
That's
I
what you're
didn't
supposed to
get.
do, yeah.
And like I said, there's no rules to this thing, and to hold an event like this and have people from the community, parents, whoever, come down and be educated and be able to ask questions, because asking questions, I think sometimes is the best way to learn something. Is you can listen to someone all day, but when you ask a question and pick someone's brain and really dive into their knowledge of whatever subject, that's when you learn the most, asking those questions.
Here's the other piece of that. Peter Benson with the Search Institute talks about asset building.
Mm-hmm.
The more assets you have, the more likely you'll succeed in life.
Okay.
So the more people you're connected to,
Yeah.
the more people you have involved in your life, the janitor at school, the lunch lady at school, whether it's your teacher or your church, the more people you connect your child to, the more likely that person will succeed in life. So parenting is there is no rule book. You're right. There's no, this is the recipe.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you what, it really does involve you digging in, rolling up your sleeves on both sides of the equation.
Yeah.
Whether you're together or apart, you both need to roll up your sleeves and put everything you can into that child so that child develops fully. And that's, again, if you can't do it alone,
Yeah.
Then come down the southeast side of town. There's the Urban League there. There's the Southeast Community Center. And there's a lot of people there that care about our children that can sow into them. Like I said, the more assets you connect your child to, the more healthier that child will be. So
and Lucas does trainings for adults.
Yeah.
And he speaks on the importance of relationships.
Yeah.
So even into our adulthood, relationships, I think, and he thinks, and we all think, are just important. Because sometimes it's not about what you know, it's who you know. You know, what kind of relationships do you have? You know what I mean? So love that. I love that we're able to put something on for the community, for parents to come and learn a little bit of something. So when was the date again? March 27th?
March 27th. It'll be 7 p.m. to 9 p.m.
At the Palace Theater.
Very excited about that.
I am too.
And, we got, there's so much going on. We're working on a big special project for Mother's Day.
Okay.
And I got some partners I'm trying to connect with to make this happen.
Yeah.
But many of you guys know Melva Moore.
Okay, yes.
Melva Moore. So we're looking to bring Melva Moore and do an event around Mother's Day.
Okay.
She has a program called Still Standing.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Amazing. Still Standing. And this is, an R&B legend who just got her Hollywood star, by the way.
Yeah.
So excited for her. But coming to Canton, that's something we're involved in. You'll hear more about that in the future.
Yeah.
Betty Smith and I teamed up on the African American Festival this year.
Uh-oh.
So you have the Enrichment and you have the Urban League working together. And I'm going to tell you this because I wasn't supposed to, but I'm going to tell you anyway.
Tell me. Uh-oh.
Okay.
Lucas
The
likes...
African American Festival, if you're out there listening it's going to be off the chain this year.
Okay.
We have the New Edition Experience coming. Okay.
Uh-oh.
And it's a band that mimics New Edition, and they're amazing.
Yeah.
So if you've seen the Prince Experience, the Michael Jackson Experience, you want to see the New Edition Experience. So they're coming in, and we're excited to have them. Again, get involved in the African American Festival. Come down and support it.
Yes.
And I want to open it up because this is not just about African Americans.
Absolutely.
It's about African American culture.
Mm-hmm.
And just like I go to the Greek culture, the Italian culture, all the other cultures, and you'll see me at all their events eating amazing foods and dishes. Foods that I never tried before.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the same thing that's going to happen at the African American Festival. And we need all hands on deck. We need all Americans.
Yes.
All Cantonians, all Stark Countyans to come to the African American Festival this year, and that's going to be in July. So I'll give you more details about that as it gets closer.
Okay.
But I gave you a sneak peek.
Thank you for that. We can't wait for that. I enjoy the African American Festival every year that I go. I think it's the third year now? This last year?
Well, let me just say this. Betty has done it. Betty has made it the cultural arts and the arts festival. It was under Enrichment for 3 years. But Betty's been doing this for years and bringing the African American Festival. Had different partners, but they brought it forward to continue to elevate the culture, especially during a time right now.
Yes.
When politics, where they're trying to eliminate cultures. It's time for us as a community to say, no, we believe in we believe in our heritage. We value that, and we want to embrace it. And just because it's the African American culture, don't mean that we don't want Caucasians or has Latinos to come and join in us. I went to the Latino culture event this year. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Right?
They have a good time too.
Oh my God.
Like they party.
I know, they do.
Great time.
I salsa.
Yeah, right.
I know.
Learn a little something new.
Right.
Did you break that dance? Or?
I break every dance I do. So.
But you made a really valid point though. I too go to the Greek festivals and the Italian American festivals and all of these other festivals. And I think it is worth saying, hey guys, like it's not just an African American only festival or event.
It's for everybody.
And this is for you to learn. And if you don't know about the culture, and even as African Americans, sometimes we don't know about our roots and our culture. That's not unheard of. Right. So to be able to go down there and just be around our culture and learn something new, learn a new food, a new piece of clothing.
That's how we get together, like the black and white.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
When you have, again, coming down and getting an experience. Well, and I think New Edition is going to do that anyway
Oh my
because
God,
they're
that's gonna be
crossover.
so fun. Is this
right?
a 2-day event again, or or is it going to be one?
It's going to be one day.
Okay.
And I can tell you that it's going to be a festive day
Yeah.
of arts and culture and food.
I'm excited.
And music and entertainment.
Yeah.
And again, did I say kid zones? They got
Yeah.
health. They have a lot of different things that are going to come this year. And we are so excited. I know the Minority Business Association is going to be over the vendors.
Okay.
And they have a list about 50 vendors that are ready.
Already, because they
Yeah.
came last year.
Yeah.
For 2 days too. They said it for 2 days. I know my sis, Lucas's wife, Corinne, was down there selling her books. And she did a great job.
Did
But they
she?
were down there
Okay.
2 days, all day long. But I think what I want to say next is to the people out there is just get involved, because I feel like a lot of people are just so scared, or they're just sitting at home and you're not doing much, and then guess what, they kind of complain about what's happening.
going on, yeah.
Get involved, whether it's going out to the festival and just being around and seeing the people, our community leaders, and just seeing people in
Very
the
much so,
community.
yeah.
Or going down to this free event at the Palace and learning something about parenting, and just you have to just be in the rooms with the people and experience them and learn from them and just be around, bump shoulders, right? And I think that's what a lot of our people just aren't doing. We're not getting out and getting involved in the right thing. Because I think Canton is offering so many great events,
Oh, God, yeah.
so many great resources, so many great people, that if you're missing out, it's almost because you're just missing out. We
and
got to
can't
get out there.
And we can't get stuck. We can't get stuck on the past. Yeah, people have
easy to
done
do.
some bad stuff and they've ignored some people. They have left us out and things of that nature.
Yep.
But now this is a new day, and we
Yeah.
need to move forward at some point for our next generation.
Yeah.
Okay? We
Yeah.
all talk about generational wealth.
Yes.
Well, let's talk about generational resource.
Oh, right.
Let's talk about how is it that we give our kids and our kids' kids the resources that they need, the tools they need to be successful
Yeah.
going forward, okay, with new communities, right? And I believe that they're evolving. Like I said before, the first time I'm now experiencing avenues that have been open
Yeah.
from the city perspective, from the, again, the leaders that, economic development leaders and things of
Yeah.
that nature. They're opening their doors and opening their opportunities for younger people to come in.
Yeah.
It's the time now. And you asked about one. I got to talk to you about Eastern Stark County.
Yeah.
So Eastern Stark County is an alliance area in the Louisville area that time.
Yeah.
Those individuals have a hard time sometime coming to Canton.
Yes.
So we wrote a grant and got some monies from the Stark Community Foundation to actually build a bridge from Canton to Alliance, not literally,
Yeah.
but make certain that those individuals over in Alliance has those same
Yes.
workforce opportunities that we have here in Canton.
Good.
Some of the same type of programming that we have here is over there. So we like to send a shout out to the Stark Community Foundation.
Yeah, I seen you guys
for their
together. I seen you
support.
guys Alliance and Canton kind of. I love that too. I love that we are able to bridge the gap
Yes.
there and include them because they are part of Stark County.
Exactly. And we're on our way to Maslin as well.
Yeah.
So don't get it twisted.
No, I'm just joking. I don't know about Maslin. No.
Well, you know what? I'm glad you brought that up. Because when we're on the field, we can battle orange and red all day
Yeah.
long.
Yeah.
When we're, in our own cultures, we could talk black, we could talk white. But ultimately, it's really important for us to, again, value everybody in our Stark County area
Yes.
and lift them up. When we get off the field, let's support each other.
Yeah.
When we're on the field, hey, it's war.
Right.
We battling.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
And don't get it twisted.
Right.
But just like, we value people that have made it nationally.
Yeah.
They might have came from Perry or Jackson.
Right.
Or,
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to battle those well. But when they become acclaimed, they're ours.
Yeah.
They're all of ours.
Yep.
And we came from this area together.
Yes.
Again, let's support each other, building each other up versus tearing each other down. And when we're on the field, yeah, we could talk trash all day long. But those kids are ours.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
And when they leave, we need to nurture them and fill them with as many resources and tools, because when they leave, like Steve, right? He still comes home.
Yes.
And home is Canton, Maslin, Jackson. All of these people need to support him. And believe me, the other night, we seen that.
We did.
We didn't see that just from Canton.
Yeah.
It was from the whole county.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. Listen, I don't know if you guys feel it out there, but I want to let you know you are one of the most genuine people
Thank you.
that I have met. You put your money where your mouth is, and you are about the action. You talk about it and you do it, and you're still doing it. And I love being your friend. I love being involved with the thing. I love being involved with what you have going on, and I'm honored to share this space with you, talk to you, and let our viewers, our audience out there, get a better understanding of who Tom West is.
Okay,
Not just the political guy or CEO and president of the Urban League, but the person, because the person is so valuable, and the person is what makes all these things be as successful as they are. So, Tom, thank you for everything you have done for our city.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for our community. Dareem, you want to come see Mr. Tom West?
Yeah, come
so
on
my
over here.
son is
Come on
like
over,
the
partner.
biggest fan of Mr. Tom West.
This is my buddy.
Come on over here. You can sit next to him if
Come
you
on,
want.
Dareem.
Go ahead, sit over there.
Come sit next to me.
Reem. Yep, Dareem. So you are a big fan of Mr. Tom West. Can you tell us why? Get up in that microphone and tell us why you consider yourself a fan of Mr. Tom West. Are you nervous?
Uh-oh. You can talk.
So
tell
my
him.
son has different pins of Tom West, right? And today he was so excited because he didn't want to come to the studio originally. Yep. He didn't want to come. But I said, well, Tom West is going to be there. And he screamed in my car and said, Tom West. So why were you so excited to see Tom West, Reem?
Because I didn't know. I forgot that he was coming.
You forgot he was coming, but why were you so excited to see him?
Because I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, you think he's a cool guy? What makes him cool? Listen, when the cameras go off, he's going to talk our ears off, you guys. But I wanted to bring him on the camera because...
Well, I am excited to see him again because, we've seen him on the basketball court.
Uh-huh.
He came through the campaign, had his shirt on.
Yep.
He helped campaign for me. And
He did.
I was so thankful for that. And,
He did.
It's good to see him.
Yep. Listen, you guys. So just a representation of how genuine this man is. My son loves him. He can't tell you why, but he just loves him so much. So we appreciate that he's putting on his Urban League pins now.
So the Urban League has a new initiative nationally.
Okay.
And it's called the D3.
Okay.
Okay. One is to defend democracy,
Okay.
demand diversity, and defeat poverty.
There we go.
So we are also launching that this month.
Okay.
During Black History Month.
Okay.
And it's the D3 initiative. We have some pens, some bumper stickers down at the office. But again, this is what we all should be about during this time.
Yeah.
When people are trying to take our voting rights.
Yeah.
When people are trying to eliminate our diversity and inclusion within the workspace. And we should also always be about defeating poverty.
Yeah.
Especially during this day and time.
Yeah.
So I gave him those pens. So
Awesome. And he will wear them. He will probably wear them to school, put them on his book bag.
There he
So
goes.
he will be a great ambassador. Listen, Mr. Thomas West.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming on and sharing some of the great things that Urban League and you are doing. We appreciate that. We appreciate your time. And is there anything you want to say to us or the audience before you go?
Finally, I would just say, again, support your Urban League. There's a lot of individuals down there. Give a shout out to Clashawn Wiggins, who is our program director,
Okay.
and all of the staff down there at the Urban League who do a valuable work
Good.
every day
Yeah.
for your community. So thank you all. Thank you for the opportunity to come
course.
on and say a few words.
Of course, you guys, make sure you go down to the Urban League, pick up some bumper stickers and some pins, and spread the word about the great work that the Urban League is doing for our great city of Canton. That's all for tonight, and we will see you next time.